This story happened um, on Saturday, August 28th, 2021, in British Columbia, Canada, where I still used to live. I'm not entirely sure if what I encountered was a skinwalker, but here we go. I live in a small, medium sized town, not a large city, in a suburban neighborhood that's situated close to Fraser River. Everything around here is mostly woods, and there's also a large Forest Service road system a few blocks away that goes quite far into the bush. A little bit more about my immediate area around my home. Sorry, it helps to understand where everything is, so that's why I'm putting this in. There's a little park across from my house with a small playground and a paved road that goes about half a kilometer until it meets up with the main road. Down the hill from there's a newer housing development area that has a large cleared area. It was previously just woods. It had a long gravel path that leads to a meadow and eventually the road. If you walk to the bush at the park across from my house and take a right, and there's the woods. There's a narrow trail that's quite overgrown that pops you out at the start of the hill down to the new development. There's also quite a few trails within that section of bush at that park. About 100 meters away to the right of the hill, there is another park that connects to the Forest Service road system, an endless bush. From the park across my house to the end of the meadow is about 2 kilometers in total. I would say about 1.5 kilometers in total. The meadow connects to a large gravel area across from a high school, up a hill, and that's where this begins. Alright, so here's what happened. This was all later at night, around 11:30 p.m. Me and my girlfriend were in the gravel lot in my SUV across from the high school. We were, just talking. She eventually fell asleep as we had been walking around all day, the fair was in town. About 15 minutes after she was asleep, I started to get an eerie feeling like I was being watched, and I had a feeling that we overstayed our welcome. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. While I'm not that superstitious, my girlfriend is all about, loving superstition and always want to push boundaries. Not me. I didn't like it at all, and I always trust my gut when I get feelings like that, so I started to wake up my girlfriend. Just as she was starting to wake up, I heard what sounded like someone shouting, kind of like a woo or a ha, further way downhill into the meadow. I would have disregarded it, but it caught me off guard a bit since it sounded almost doubled, like the person had a chorus pedal or pitch shifter on their voice, or whatever it was. It spooked me a bit because of that. I hadn't heard anyone yell like that before, or anything even close to that, I guess you could say. I finished waking up my girlfriend and we drove away from there into an elementary school parking lot down the road from the hill leading to the new development. I told her what happened and we joked about it being spooky and whatnot. I then looked up videos to try and find something that matched what I heard, and Skinwalker screams vocalizations were what matched up most. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, before this I had no idea what a skinwalker was, so I was kind of intrigued, so I looked it up, and I started watching it. Unfortunately, I scrolled into the comments which mentioned that the further away the scream is, the closer it is to you. It spooked me for a moment, but chalked up to be just due to coincidence. For fun, we decided to drive down the hill to the new development as it's dark and spooky. It has woods on one side, where the park is, and has a gravel turnaround for vehicles with the gate at the end where the gravel path starts. As we were going down the hill near the top, I got a very strange uneasy feeling, almost like a slight panic, but it went away shortly after we got to the bottom of the hill. My girlfriend said she got the feeling as well, so we decided to turn around on a side street and leave. I decided to play some music that always helps me take the scared feelings away from me. The Doom Eternal soundtrack specifically, Super Gore Nest, probably not the smartest thing, and I put the pedal to the metal on the accelerator while going up the hill to make me feel more comfortable and nothing could touch me. When we were about 3/4 of the way up the hill, the feeling came back and hit us full force. The closer we got to the top, where the trail comes out of, the stronger it got. The only way I can describe it is pure terror. Literally, just all terror. I couldn't really think of anything else. It wasn't fear or dread, it was terror. We both had a physical reaction to it. We got intense chills and we could feel the goosebumps on our skin all over our body. We both started to get choked up and teary eyed. And became short of breath for a minute. We must have gone from 60 kilometers, the speed limit was 50, to at least 80, probably even more than that, up to cresting the hill. And it felt like if we stopped, we surely would have died. It was the most petrifying experience either of us had. We didn't even see anything. I driven past many animals at night, from deer to bear to coyotes, etc., etc. You know, and I've been outside walking home alone at night with a bear going through garbage cans at my neighbor's house, and I dirt biked past a mom bear with cubs and moose and meese and all that other shit. And I thought those were scary experiences. No. No scary experience I've had from a car accident when I was young to almost being hit 4 times in a row just from dumb drivers can't even come close to the feeling I had that night. Not even close. The Doom soundtrack turned from the feeling of being a badass into feeling like it would be the anthem of my death. It was really the most terrifying experience of my life. After getting out of the Dodge, we went to a lit mall parking lot and calmed down for a bit, still shaking. I drove my girlfriend home and had a very anxiety and fear-driven ride home. As the park across from our house connects only about 150-ish meters away from where the encounter took place. When I got home, I made sure everything was locked up tight. Had a little bit of weed to calm down. It's legal there, don't worry. And then went to bed. While on video call with my girlfriend, the night around 3:30, 3:45 a.m. I woke up and had a mild return of the panic feeling for about 5 minutes before falling back asleep. I dreamt of the experience the entire night. The next morning, my girlfriend told me she heard tapping on my window around 3 a.m., which made me shudder as my window is around 9 feet off the ground, maybe more. I don't know what to make of that experience, and would appreciate some guidance into what this may have been. I never liked walking in woods alone, as I always had a creepy feeling. But I'm definitely not walking to my house alone at night ever again, and you could bet that to be the truth. We were going to go back and drive there at night again to see if it happens again. Not sure if that's a stupid idea, but my curiosity and, and my paranoia and the like of that has been piqued, and I need to know what's lurking around there. 2 weeks later, we returned, and I would say that it was the same old thing, but it really wasn't. We did hear strange noises, though, like barely noticeable screaming and strange knocking. But if I had to say what I think it was, it wouldn't make any sense. Because as soon as I heard the strange knocking, boom, I bolted right out of there. And I've been wanting to go back with a few friends, and maybe during the day, but I don't know if I have the courage to go there. I probably don't, and I probably shouldn't. I have a really good feeling that I'm not welcome there, and if any of you guys know where I'm talking about, if you're ever in BC and you see woods, word of advice, just don't go there. Especially at night. Because who knows what kind of fucked up shit you can encounter there.